Hi guys, Izzy Odigie here, dancer extraordinaire. Dance is life for me. The way I live my life is the way I go through my career. The older I get, there's certain things I can no longer do. I just have to find new ways to express my dance. Mambo! My name is Izzy Odigie, but I go by Izzy Odigie. I am 26 years old. I am an Afro dancer, choreographer, and creative, and I am a millennial on the move. I was actually born in Brooklyn, New York, but I was raised in Benin City, Edo State, to be specific, you feel me? So my parents wanted us to learn about our culture, so we moved back to Edo State. I went to boarding school for 6 years, which is where I started competing as a dancer. I was doing hip hop at first, and then I found and fell in love with African music again when I came back to the States. Around 2014, that's when I decided to take Afro as a career. It's just been amazing so far. I've got to perform in some amazing places. My dad and my mom gave birth to 3 kids. Then I also have a stepmom, and we have 2 extra brothers. So in total, we're 5 children. I went to school at Negbenebo International High School. That is Negbenebo International School. So NIS, I was in Greenhouse. Let's see, my eldest brother now is a basketball player. He plays for the, the Foreign League. So he's in France right now. The second is an accountant. I'm the dancer, and the other 2 are like kids. First of all, I left Brooklyn at 3, so I really don't remember Brooklyn as much. All I know is my mom told me that I was very, like, you know, performative. So like I would wear like high heels, I would dress up, I would, you know, try to steal the show, be the center of attention all the time. I love to chew gum a lot, apparently. But when I went to boarding school, same thing, like I joined dance teams. I had like seniors that would take me underneath their wings, and they'll put me to different competitions. I actually wanted to be an actress at first. So I remember my first role was a dead body in my school play. Apparently we were trying to raise awareness for HIV, and I was one of the dead bodies that died from HIV. And my principal gave me a standing ovation because I was that good playing dead. So yeah. In Nigeria, I think I was popular more so because I was an Oyinbo. You know, I was from America, so that one gave me a lot of, you know, clout. However, I would say I was also like a bookie, especially when I'm arguing with my friends. So if me and my friends are not cool, I would dive into my books, I'll get great grades, and then they'll come back and we'll make up, and I would just continue doing what I do. When I came to the States, I was starting off, you know, small a little bit, you know, because obviously you become the African girl, you have the accent, you're not dressing cool enough, you don't look good enough. So it was kind of like an uphill battle in the States. But as soon as I went to college, no one cared what your name sounded like. No one cared where you were from. The fact that you were African was even more interesting. So in college, I created my name. I think everywhere I go, a lot of people know me, but I wouldn't really say I'm the most social person. I just like to focus on my work. I like to dance. I like to meet people, and I like to create strong relationships. We used to have this thing called socials. So every Saturday would be a party where, you know, because I was in boarding school, so they'll bring like a DJ, they'll have like food, etc., and they'll have us all compete. So I would represent my class. There was this battle I remember. It was this new girl. She came, her name was Cynthia. So as we're battling, I have on school uniform because I've been in school for a while, and she's a new student, so she has on regular clothes. So literally, Nelly is like, It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. So me, I'm in here breakdancing, doing all this thing, breaking my body, doing all this thing. All this girl had to do was take her jacket off, swing it around and throw it, and all the boys just went crazy. Oh my God, look at her body! And then she won the battle. So she got like a big cake, and I got like a bottle of Fanta. And that was the day I realized that life is not fair. Because I was breaking my back dancing. All she had to do was just show her chest, and she won. So after I left Nigeria, I went back to the States. So I went to Maryland. So when I went into high school there, I started off in middle school. They had to take me back because I was too young to start high school. So I joined like the step team. I joined like the Kings and Queens Club, where they teach you how to dress and act prim and proper. So by the time I went into high school, I joined this thing called is a modeling team. So we do choreography in very high heels, and you compete on a state level. So you have high schools from all over, you come, you compete, you're doing intense choreography, like voguing, all these different things, right? So it's like, yes, kansi, yes, and you're doing choreography, death drop, and death drop, bam, 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 and you're competing. So I did that for a while. I was an all-star. I joined the Palms team. We went all the way to Disney World, yes, for nationals. So we were that good. We were that good, yeah. And then I joined a hip-hop dance company. So we started performing at clubs. We started performing at Capitol Pride, which is a big thing. So it happens like in DC, which is the capital. And they bring like artists like Meghan Trainor, like Rita Ora, Taylor Swift, etc. You perform, the whole city comes out. I would say for me, like, I don't really tell my parents a lot. So literally they knew I was in school, so I was chasing an academic career while also doing dance on the side. So it never disrupted my academics. So they didn't really know that I was doing dance on the side. So literally, I would be in school, I would take my classes. During the weekend, I would take a bus, go perform somewhere, and I'll make it back on time for classes. So like, that's literally like what I was doing over and over again. My parents literally found out about the dance career through Facebook and through their coworkers. So it was like literally just doing my thing, making sure my academics weren't slipping, and I was just building the foundation alongside my schoolwork. So Afrodance, what we call Afrodance is basically African street styles. So I'm from Nigeria. The street style in Nigeria will be considered konto. So if you go to Ghana, there are styles like azonto. If you go to South Africa, there are styles like amapiano, benga, spujwa, and many, many styles. So basically, Afro dance is Afro dance street styles in African countries. So within my Afro career, I started as a group. So it was a group of just like girls and boys. It was about 20 of us. I was the captain. So literally we just started in college. We would do like college events here and there. And then as soon as like our popularity started to grow, we went off campus. So we'll do like, you know, concerts, we'll do like, you know, parties, cookouts, graduation events, etc. So yes, it was a team at first. And then after a while, after I graduated, I then went into my solo career. I love meeting people. I love being able to travel, love being able to collaborate and learn, most especially. So everywhere I get to go, I like to collaborate with dancers in these different places so that we can exchange knowledge and, you know, just meeting people who support me and love what I do and, you know, are willing to come out and, you know, meet me. The dance movement is big depending on where you go. Nigeria definitely has a really big dance scene. Ghana also, South Africa also. I just think it depends on where you go. There are a lot of amazing scenes in the different countries. However, there's still a lot of improvement that needs to be made on the dance scenes. So I have a couple highlights I want to share with you guys, like when I went to Japan for my dance class, but I'll show you later. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So we're gonna go to the highlight I was talking about. So for my third class tour, because I'm currently on my fourth dance tour through Africa, but for my third, I was able to go to Japan. Like, I don't mean Japan in Nigeria or anything like that. I mean like Japan, like the country in Asia. I was able to go to like, you know, 3 cities. I taught about 5 classes. I went to a couple clubs out there. Like, the energy there is so beautiful. They love Black culture when it comes to like dance hall, when it comes to Afro street styles. They're constantly craving for it. So it was a beautiful, amazing experience, and I'm gonna go again this year. The first one, I went just the US, so I did 5 states in the US. Then the second one, I extended to Canada, so I did North America. And then the third one, Japan. Then the fourth one is Africa. Hopefully this year, I'm also gonna do Europe. I've done official dance videos, yes, for some of the big names. I've performed with the likes of like Burna Boy. I created the official dance video for Wizkid's Ginger, his single with Burna Boy. That's on Wizkid's platform. I've performed with Yemi Alade. I've worked with Mr. Izzy. I've worked with so many people. Olamide. I choreographed his concert when he came to New York. I've worked with Jadena, I've worked with Davido, I've worked with Tiwa, performed with Tiwa. Yeah, I've done a lot. As a dancer, or even as a content creator, focusing on your brand and focusing on creating your brand. Majority of the work you're gonna get is dependent on how you present yourself to the world. So if, let's say, you wanna work with Disney Channel and your content kind of has to translate to Disney Channel, so it's easier for them to work with you. So if, for example, if let's say you're a dancer, but then your content shows you doing like taxes for some reason, that don't make no sense, you understand? So it's like you have to work on your brand, you have to work on how you capture yourself, the type of music you dance to, even down to the fashion, down to the type of pictures you take, down to, you know, how you even choreograph, the people you work with. Everything needs to be intentional so that the work you get translates with your brand. So if you want to work with the biggest names, you need to move like a big name. You understand what I'm saying? Be yourself though. Do not fake a personality, because then your brand becomes a job, because you're putting too much effort into creating a persona. You should brand yourself, monetize your personality, and trust me, the people that will support you will be there for a very long time. For inspiration, I'm inspired by a lot of different things. Like, I love creative people. Like, I can be inspired by a photographer. I can be inspired by a movie. I can be inspired just by scenery. I can be inspired by traveling and just talking to people. So I'm a lover of life. I'm a lover of new experiences. So I am inspired by everything and everyone around me. There's this quote I read. It says, "Never give a sword to a soldier who can't dance." That was, I think, by Confucius, right? I think that's a fantastic quote. Basically, all it's saying is find balance. You can be a soldier who goes to war, but a soldier also needs to learn how to dance. So you need to tap into your feminine energy, masculine and feminine energy. Find balance in life. I'm a Libra, and the meaning of my name is patience. So you need to have patience. You need to let time go through its course. Don't rush. I feel like even as a creative, you shouldn't compete against anyone else. You should just compete against yourself. You want to top the last thing you did, right? You want to continue to grow. So for me, dance is life. Even the way I eat, the way I dress, the way even my hair. Like, there was a time when I was younger, I used to have like crazy colors, and I used to wear like, you know, weaves and attachments. But because of my career, that's not suitable for my career. So everything is based off of how I grow, how I live life, how I experience dance. right? So even my fashion style now, like I probably have a lot more sneakers now compared to heels, even though I do have heels. But it's like dance is life for me. The way I live my life is the way I go through my career. The older I get, there's certain things I can no longer do, or I just have to find new ways to express my dance as I grow in life. I love fashion. So whatever looks good on my body, color, shape, texture. I love platforms, I love strings. Yeah, so whatever makes me feel comfortable is what I wear.
Izzy means patience in the Benin language. I'm an Edo girl. So the project embodies a lot.
My dreams are huge. My dreams are monumental. Like they're even dreams that I've had, like goals that I've had, and that God has even shown me that is even just the tip of the iceberg, right? So I feel like there's so many things I want to do. I want to choreograph like an African artist going on a world tour, and I want to choreograph from beginning to end. You know how like Beyonce with Homecoming, with her Coachella performance, you know how she had like 8 months of rehearsal? You know, you have like a big budget where you can create amazing things. I want to do that with an African artist, you know, and I feel like there's so many artists that you can do it with, new generation and old generation. So that's what I want to do. I also want to be able to travel like to even more countries, meet more people, travel and dance, travel and live. I have my show that I started last year, which is called Izzy Dance Tutorials, where I teach like celebrities different dance moves, and I give them the knowledge of what the moves are and who created it, and I'm documenting Afro-dance in a fun way. So I want to do that. I want to come to Kenya and teach Salty Soul, you know, some dance moves. I want to go to South Africa and teach, you know, Casper and Focalistic and, you know, maybe even Reason and all these different people dance. I want to travel the world. Maybe I'll go to India. I'll go to India and, you know, I'm currently doing the PAP tour. So that is the Pan-African Passport. So basically each tour has its name. This year, I literally just wanted to see what it's like traveling through Africa. And I'm learning so much. Like my Nigerian passport in Africa is not as strong as my American passport in Africa. That's just crazy. As an African, I should be able to travel easily with my African passport. You know, so not only is it focused on dance, it's also focused on the political and social, economical climate of the continent. Why don't we have the same currency? Why don't we have the same currency for at least, you know, a group like West Africa has the same currency, East Africa and South Africa. I don't understand why the exchange rates keep changing anyhow. It's not making sense. So anyway, so I just want to experience Africa, experience dance in different countries, learn new things, and just see how different Africans can collaborate and come together and create something beautiful. You know, I also have my luggage. People that attend the class, they sign it. So that's something that's going to be a moment in time. In 2022, I was here on February 27th in Kenya. February 27th is the day we make history. Kenya has been amazing. It's been 2 days. I've been accused of being a spy. I've gone bowling. I've bought some new shoes. Yeah. So some of the lows, I would say definitely like creative block. Obviously you have trends that are coming out like every 2 seconds. There's always a new person, you know, coming out. So sometimes you might feel like a little bit insecure. You may feel like you're not good enough. Sometimes you may even need a break. And even when you take that break, coming back from that break can be very scary. Like, oh my God, would they want my content anymore? Would people still support me? But at the end of the day, like I said, if you're simply just being yourself, right? People will accept it, even if it has to be new people. Again, that is fine. You just continue to build, continue to good. Like last year, I took a year off. Coming back doing this tour was scary. Like, oh my God, what are people gonna attend the classes? Are people gonna come out? Anyway, at the end of the day, just be yourself. Whatever lows, have people around you that can support you and give you good and proper advice, and focus on yourself. And you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Izzy Odigie. That's IZZYODIGIE. Dear parents, the world is inevitably going digital. And dance, especially videos, have shown to be a lot more marketable and have a further reach on social media platforms. So if your son or your daughter or non-binary child wants to become a content creator specifying in dance, it's okay. There's so many ways you can make money, from TikTok to Instagram to Facebook to YouTube. People want to buy into others' experiences, and dance can take your children to places that you can't even dream of. You can't dream of. Just understand, kids out there, pursuing an education isn't a bad thing. I think school is also a wonderful place where you can build connections and networks with people your age. You know, you never know where your friend is gonna land up. Like now, I went to college now. Majority of my peers are editors at magazines, or they work for streaming platforms. There are people who work at Netflix. There are people who work at Hulu. There are people who work at these different places. Just going to college, you've already created a connection with somebody. So as long as you have a good head on your shoulders, you're able to stay focused on your goal, I think anything can become sustaining. Dating. Oh, okay. I'm looking for a lover man. Can we say that? Can I say that on camera?
Right.
We can say that, exactly. Okay, I've already said it.